Let's do a deep dive analysis into this high-level college singles point. Now, this video is courtesy of New YC Photo on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below. So the first thing we're going to check is the returner's split step timing. I want you to right now look at the returner while peripherally seeing the server. Notice how they're both jumping at the same time. You got to check footage of your own game and make sure that you are timing the split step with, or the jump, I should say, with the jump of the server. That means that the returner is in the air as contact is being made. That's what you want. You want to be off the ground as your opponent hits the ball. That's the proper timing for the return of serve split step, and really any split step. But when it comes to timing the return of serve split step, you just jump with the server and you time the split step perfectly. Now I want you to watch the server. He lands inside the court, but then watch how he hops backward. He does that in case the return is hit deep and he doesn't want a ball to land at his feet. You got to make sure that if you're the type of player who goes into the court on your serve, that you hop backward just in case the opponent hits a great deep return. Now, the returner does not hit very deep. In fact, the ball lands just past or even on the service line. And that's when the server gets to hit a really big ball, nice and deep, that makes the returner hit short. Now, I have a suggestion for you. I want you to have a hard and fast rule in your mind when you're playing singles. And that is, if a ball lands in front of the service line, you're going to the net. You are attacking. You got to make your opponent pay for hitting a weak ball. And that's exactly what the server does. He gets this short ball and he goes forward and attacks. So let's check out the server's footwork. So he hits. He's now going to the net and he split steps. Check this out. Watch the timing of the split step. The split step should occur after your opponent hits the ball. And what's the definition of a split step? I'm saying the split step definition is when your feet hit the ground. All right. So let's see if his feet hit the ground after the opponent hits. Yes, that's exactly what you want. That synchronizes your brain and your reaction time with when your feet hit the ground. So let's look at this from the returner's perspective. When your opponent comes to the net, what are some of the choices you have? What are some of the shots that you have at your disposal? You can go for a cross-court pass. You can go for a down-the-line pass. You can go for a lob, or you can just hit it right to the opponent. And it just so happens that last one is what I recommend. This is a case of avoiding versus involving. When your opponent comes to the net, you will win more points if you involve your opponent than if you try to avoid them. Because when you avoid your opponent, you often avoid the court. So just make your opponent volley, and I would recommend making them volley a low volley. So the returner does a fantastic job of turning defense into offense. What he is utilizing here is called the two-shot passing strategy. It's when you use two shots to try to hit a pass rather than one. See, most recreational players in this situation, he's way behind the baseline. Maybe he's a little off balance, especially getting there late if it's in a strong approach shot. So many rec players think, I've got to avoid the net player. I've got to pass. When in actuality, you know what's happening or going kind of through the mind of, if we have like a thought bubble out of your opponent when they're coming to the net, they're thinking, oh, I really hope my opponent avoids me. Like, I don't want to volley. I just took a lesson yesterday and the coach really screwed up my volleys and now I can't volley and I don't feel confident. See, your opponent's not coming to the net feeling like Navratilova or McEnroe. They're coming to the net feeling like Bob and Sue and George and Carol. Like, that's who's coming to the net on you. So there's no need to avoid them. You're better off just giving them a low volley. Now, when it comes to this player's standpoint, if you're going to the net, that's good, because your opponents, guess what? They will try to avoid you unless they watch this video, and then they'll know to involve you. But when the returner hits the low ball to the server, and now the server has a low volley, now the returner is in control of this point, because the volleyer now has to volley up. If you can get your opponent to volley up, they have to hit the ball slower than they'd like to, and that gives you a chance to run the ball down and have a chance at a pass. See, this is called a two-shot passing shot strategy. What this player is doing, the returner, is he is trying to use two shots to hit a pass rather than one. When your opponent comes to the net, if you go for the pass right off the bat, your chances of winning the point go down. But if you just give the ball right to them and make them volley up, then the chances of winning go way up. And half the time your opponent will miss a low volley anyway. And then you only have to deal with half the other half of the balls where they make it. So here the ball is hit short, which again happens all the time in rec tennis. Now the returner is in control of the point. He's inside the baseline and he goes for the down the line pass, which by the way is the passing shot I would recommend. The cross court pass is extremely difficult to hit because you cannot hit the ball deep. You can only hit this ball short in order to keep it away from the opponent, because a short ball lands in the box, stays away from them, and a deep ball goes basically right through the volleyer. So when you hit down the line, you can hit short, medium, or deep, and the ball stays the same distance away from your opponent. But when it comes to the cross-court pass, you only have the short angle, which has to be done with a ton of spin. And usually your opponents as a recreational player are not going to be this far over. In my experience, recreational players stand too much in the middle, which would just cover the cross-court anyway and leave the down the line wide open. I will show you this. The volleyer times his split step perfectly. He's in the air as the ball is hit and is landing after. Again, that's the proper timing. You really want to land your split step around 0.2 to 0.25 seconds after the opponent makes contact. So let's see. There's the ball being hit right there. So we'll put the timer down and let's see when he lands. Look at that. Very good. 0.18. So nice and close to the 0.2. This is good. And the ball is hit down the line and the volley is missed. This is how you have to analyze your own matches, or have me do it for you. But the goal is to improve every single situation, footwork, technique in your singles play. Now, if you're tired of lugging around your old and outdated ball machine, then just make your tennis friends jealous and get the Proton ball machine. And right now you can get free shipping in the USA when you use my link. It's in the description. You'll find it in the first comment. You'll also see it on the screen at the end of this video. The Proton is fully programmable using its intuitive app. In fact, you control it using your smartphone or watch. It holds up to 100 balls. It weighs less than 20 pounds. And now you can get a serve stand so you can finally improve your return and break serve more often. To see how truly amazing this ball machine is and to get free shipping when you order one, be sure to use my link. So click right there to check out the Proton ball machine, and with that link, you're given a coupon code for free shipping. Improve your technique, strategy, and footwork of your singles play, and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.